So I'm actually recording this once the rocket has launched, but today SpaceX has to launch a Falcon 9 into space for the International Space Station. And yeah, so right, that's the start of the video done. And we've arrived at Kennedy Space Center. Why is that counting down for 35 seconds?
Right, we're gonna launch now.
That's the very old launch counter. The new one is in the thing. So there is a launch today going to the International Space Station by SpaceX, sorry. Oh, it's very busy here. That's what we should expect for a launch as well. Right, let's go quote. And made it through at Kennedy Space Center. We're now going to go on the bus tour and then see if we can do other stuff after that. Just to bust us so we can guarantee a spot for watching the launch. That if the launch happens, it looks amazing now, but it's 6% chance of rain at 4 o'clock. That's when the launch is scheduled as well. Yeah, NASA, go with all the bus tour. And there's the squirrel. There's the journey starts here. I wonder if it starts there. There's a lot of buses. 3 there. And 1, 2, 3 there. Oh, exciting.
The vehicle assembly building, the VAB. Inside that building is where all the Saturn V rockets were stacked. All of the space shuttles were assembled, and where all of the new SLS rockets will be stacked. We're going to be getting closer to that building in just a couple of minutes, so when we're closer to it, we're going to north and south down the middle. And we're going to go behind the vehicle assembly building and out towards the launch pads. On the way back, we're going to pass back by the front side of the VAB. So you're going to get a better look at the front of the building when we come back. The third building, Boeing is working on their own vehicle, their CST-100. They renamed it the Starliner. And the Starliner is what Boeing will be using to transport astronauts for NASA to get them back and forth to the International Space Station. They are building that Starliner in this building to the right. They painted a picture of it on the front of the building. It takes the crawler about 6 hours to get to launch pad A and about 8 hours to get to launch pad B. And it only gets 32 feet to the gallon. So it doesn't move unless it absolutely has to move. Top speed loaded. Assemble the space shuttle on top of the platform. Then the crawler would pick the platform back up and take it out to one of the 2 launch pads. So this is what the space shuttle's launched off of. We have 3 of these platforms. This one was the original one. It's the one Apollo 13 launched off of, and then it was remodeled for the space shuttle program. Right up here to the right, that tall gray tower is called a mobile launcher. Pretty much the same concept. The updated crawler will pick it up, take it inside the VAB. They're going to stack NASA's new SLS rocket with the Orion capsule on top of it along the side of the tower. Then the crawler will pick the platform back up, take it out to launch pad B. But they only have control in that building for about the first 8 seconds. That's when Johnson's Control Center in Houston, Texas takes over. So we are only in charge of getting vehicles ready here and launching the vehicles. Over in Houston, Texas, that's Mission Control. They are in charge of the actual mission. On top of the launch control building, there is a railing. That is where the astronauts' immediate family, like their spouses, children, and parents, can watch the launches from if they want to. If they don't want to watch it from there, they would watch it out at the Saturn V Center with the rest of their family and friends. So this area right here, the VAB area, is the closest anyone could be to a launch. No one would ever be allowed any closer than right here. We're going to head out towards the launch pads. On the way, we're going to watch a video that gives the history of launch pad A. On the way back, he found it out when he was in college. He sold it and started his own rocket company. He also owns the car company called Tesla. But his main goal in life is he wants to live on Mars. And he wants to die on Mars, but not from impact. So, one of the things he's doing is trying to get to Mars as quickly and safely as he can. And he's actually young enough and rich enough. He's worth over $20 billion right now. So we might be able to do that. He also says with the successful launch of that Falcon Heavy rocket, he's hoping it starts a space race because space races are fun. So basically, he's racing everyone to get to Mars. Not sure if anyone's racing him yet, but he's racing everyone to get to Mars. He thinks he can get to Mars sometime in the 2020s. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. One of really cool things happening from here right now. He'll also have a bigger version of his rocket called the BFR. He hopes to unveil sometime next year. Not sure when that will happen though. But it's going to be even more powerful than the Falcon 9 rocket. Now, right up here to the left is this building. This building is before a space shuttle launch. They would flood the launch pad with all of the water. That kept the sound decibels down and it kept the sound from bouncing up and damaging the countdown clock. And that area is the press site. So once again, the VAB area is the closest anyone could be to a launch. They're getting this ready for today's launch. I have some press out here.
CBSS, verify go for launch. DPSC, verify go for launch. CBSC, verify go for launch. SRO, verify go for launch. LM, verify go for launch. DLO, verify go for launch. CBTS, copies.
This is launch control, T-minus 3 minutes and counting. We've completed our communications checks with the Apollo 8 astronauts in the cabin, and the communications are go.
We verify perfectly on the land bar. The land bar, you are cleared for firing command.
During this period, once we do get the firing command, the various tanks within the 3 stages of the 7 and 5 launch vehicle begin to pressurize. We have firing command. The firing command is in and out of automatic sequence. Next 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
This is so big. Oh my god. And there's the bus that took the astronauts to that. I'm going for this SpaceX with the Falcon Heavy on the back. That's what I'm doing. Oh, launch pads. Yes. I don't know what. I can't remember what that was called. That though. Do you remember when the Falcon Heavy lifted off? This is where all the little people went up there. Yeah, so it should be a good day. Weather looking alright. A bit of cloud. Don't know if it will launch with a bit of cloud. We'll find out though, won't we?
I know the number one most asked question on the majority of your all's mind. The number one most asked question in your mind is, where's the rocket? So here we go. I'll give you a little tour. You're on the Kennedy Space Center, NASA. Look straight across the Banana Creek. You see 3 big towers sticking up. That's Launch Complex 39B of the Kennedy Space Center. Originally built for Apollo, later used for shuttle, now destined to be used aboard NASA's new big rocket, the Space Launch System. The rocket is not there. Come to the right, see a big white water tower with a gray tower next to it. That's Launch Complex 39A. That's where all the men who walked to the moon took off from. That's where we launched our first space shuttle and our last space shuttle, and 80 in between. Today, that launch pad is being leased to that private company called SpaceX. Some of you might remember last month, we watched television or on the video of the computer, you saw SpaceX launch the big Falcon Heavy with this Tesla car on top heading for Mars. That's where that rocket took off from. Today's rocket is not there. Keep coming to the right. You see a white building. If you have good eyesight, you see American flag on the side of it. Just to the left of that big white building, you see 4 lightning masts, white-tipped lightning masts with an upside-down L tower called the crew access.
So you expect it to be there waiting for him when he gets there? Nice over that side. Cloudy. Oh! There goes the liquid oxygen on the side of the smoke now. There's the rocket. That means it's fully fueled. SpaceX out of the future. Come on, man. 13 minutes ago. Ground gas close out.
Wait, stand up.
Followed by stage separation, followed by ignition of the upper stage engine. Watch.
Olé!
And what you just saw there was a successful shutdown of the 9 Merlin engines of our first stage, followed by separation of our first stage from our second stage using automatic actuators in the forward end of the stage. And then after that, we saw ignition of our upper stage engine. You may have noticed a piece of metal flying away from the engine. That's a stiffener ring that protects the larger ocean for disposal. While we wait, right now we're waiting for Dragon to unfold its solar arrays. Dragon does need its solar arrays in order to conduct its full mission. It is a 2-day journey to the International Space Station that connects the different cells together. What Dragon will do now is make sure these solar arrays are working, and then at T+3 hours, our GNC bay door will open. That's where we begin.
And it's time to go home. All the buses are coming. Take us all home.
KSC is poised to provide the technologies and expertise necessary to launch a new era in space exploration. Today's commercial and government-focused space industry is becoming a driving force in our economy, with goals of advancing science and technology and improving the quality of life here on Earth. These earthly benefits are commonly called space spin-offs, and since the beginning of the space program, they have
Take that in it.
Focus, there we go. Time to leave, time to go home. So thanks for watching this video, that is it done. The SpaceX was sending a Falcon 9 to the ISS for supplies. Great day. It went off a bit cloudy, but my first rocket launch ever. Really good. Yes, tomorrow Universal Studios. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. This is the first time you see my face or second?